It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, we've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hardwood here at the Barclays Center. The Jazz in the midst of a road trip going into this one. They come into this one very confident. They feel like this is a game they should win against a team that's struggling. We'll see if they can take care of business.
And seeing where Utah is, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
For sure. I mean, it's certainly not a sure thing at this point. They've got work to do yet.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Exum and Burks, they're backcourt. And it's Withy in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. It's going to be Favors shooting. That's on Brook Lopez. The Jazz shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And here's Favors following the three-pointer by Freak. Lopez with the block. Outside check. Lopez a screen. Freak dishes to Johnson. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look for Freak. Let's keep it alive. Second shot opportunity. Lopez, no luck.
Not the best shot right there with the good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
He was all alone on that one. Exum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And he gets it to go. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Freak kicks to Jack. Lopez a screen. Freak passes to Johnson for 3. That's good. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from 3-point range.
Favors with the screen. Favors sets the pick for Hayward. Goes back up. Here's Favors, and it's denied. Johnson outside. He kicks to Freak. Tries to keep it alive. And a miss there on the triple. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Offensive rebound. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. The feed to Young. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Favors. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough. And then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, You got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Here's Exum. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. Burks can't get it to go.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Freak dishes to Jack. Pass to Young. No dice from the high post.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Exum with a wide open look. The 19-footer is on the money. Exum's got his second bucket tonight.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Outside Favors. Wants to get it to Burks and does. And good on the basket. Book it. Burks has got his second bucket of the game to go.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Exum kicks to Favors. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Jazz have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. First one falls for him. And the Nets making a change here. Robinson's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to Philadelphia.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
Now here's Freak. This game, an incredible scoring display for him. Utah trailing here. Kicks to Burks. In the corner, it's Hayward. Cans it from downtown.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Exum. 5 points in the game. Outside Jack. Robinson passes to Freak. There's the 3. Rebounded by Exum. For Utah, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Burks can't get it to go. For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Freak dishes to Young. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. First in scoring, 4th in steals, and he's in the top 5 in assists per game as well. He sees the floor and makes the game easier for his teammates.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Henderson comes in for Johnson, and Donald Sloan sub in for Jarrett Jack. Here's Sloan. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Freak. Shot is off. So Utah will take it the other way. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Yeah, exactly. An interconference matchup here. Not a lot of familiarity, but I wouldn't say they caught them off guard. There's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other team was watching.
Here's Young, following the three-pointer by Utah. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Gordon Hayward. Here's Freak. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Burke kicks to Favors. There's a good screen. Favors with the screen. Now here's Burke. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. On the clock, off the pick. Offensive rebound. Lyles no good. Brooklyn trailing. Freak kicks to Robinson. And the shot is good. Robinson's got his second basket of the night. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Freak with it. He's got 9. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last.
Risky pass.
Jazz trail by 4. Freak in at shooting guard. Robinson is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Henderson, and it's Jack in at the 1 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Hayward. He's coming off a 22-point game against New York. He had a nice open look right there.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers was simply superb. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Utah with the ball, following the three-point attempt by Freak. The pass to Withy, and it's blocked, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Gerald Henderson. They double in with Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Burks. Burks has got 6. Brooklyn's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Lopez a screen. Freak with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Freak passes to Robinson. He feeds it to Freak. Utah with the rebound. Lyles got 4 rebounds in this game. In the corner, it's Hayward. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
A quick look now at some big men that have been rock solid over the past 10 games. The top shooting centers and power forwards in the NBA. Thomas Robinson, number 1.
He is an unyielding presence in the low post. I mean, he gets so many good looks because he works so hard to get that great position down low. And when he does, boy, he is impossible to move.
Well, his adaptability is a terrific attribute to have. I mean, he plays his game based on the look the defense gives him. And he's prepared to try anything and do anything in order to get the high percentage shot that he wants.
And it's tied up with that one. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And Jack kicks to Freak. Inside, here's Robinson. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Look at Cleveland earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, Brooklyn just way behind.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's been hard to watch this team struggle as much as they have throughout most of this season.
Now here's Freak following the shot by Alec Burks. 6 to shoot.
You're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Freak. He has 12 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
They set the screen. Doubled by Jack. Pass to Wiles. Fires. High post. That one wide left. Nets leading by 4. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
All right, a moment to see the stats for Brook Lopez. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. Averaging 12 points, over 2.5 blocks, and 8 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
Defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed. That's why he's the team's leading scorer.
Exum, he's checked in for the Jazz.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now, here's Exum. He's coming off a 16-point game against New York.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws. Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
They can't guard us on the floor. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Freak. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Freak's got 9 points in the quarter.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Exum passes to Wiles. Passes it to Hayward. Fires the 3. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Freak dishes to Robinson. Feeds it to Freak. Jack for 3. And the shot is good. Jack's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets. Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. They set the pick. From downtown. Rebounded by the Nets. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now here's Freak. Burks covering. That is good. And it's an 8-point Nets lead.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Burks. He's got 6. They double in with Freak. Pass to Wiles. Burks in the corner. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Burks has got 4 this quarter. Nets leading by 6. Here's Freak. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Over to the wing. Wiles passes to Hayward. With the teardrop, rebounded by the Nets.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Here's Exum. Plays it in off the breakaway. Exum's got 7.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Jack. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points than the open floor.
And Robinson comes to help. Here's Exum. The Jazz with another miss.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Now here's Freak, defended by Hayward. Lopez kicks to Freak. There's a screen by Robinson. Clock at 4. Here's Freak. And the Nets, another 3.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Hayward outside. Dishes it to Withy. Here's Burks. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Here's Freak. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Hayward. Jack with the defensive effort.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Lyles. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And out of bounds is Brooklyn gains possession.
And really just a lack of...
So we've reached the end of the...
Well, a double-double already in the books for you, and we're only at the half. Do you see them trying to throw different looks at you to slow you down?
Well, I mean, I guess that's a question for them, really. I'm not going to try and guess what they'll be doing in the locker room because I think that's a pointless exercise. Just going to keep plugging away and doing my thing, you know?
Thank you for...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the 3rd and 4th quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
How about a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
He has impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. Really going to be hard to slow him down now. I tell you what, this has been fun to watch.
So on the floor for Utah, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Exum and Burks, their backcourt. And it's Withy in at the center, locking down the middle. To the middle, dives for it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And this group gives us a second look at the shooting guards leading their position in steals over the last 10 games. Freak is second.
And this is a very intense group. I mean, those steals don't come by accident. I mean, they've gotten them through the effort, and they're willing to expend that kind of energy on that aspect of the game.
Well, the most active hands in the league, I think, belong to those fellas right there. I mean, that is one pesky bunch of pickpockets.
Burks can't get it to go. Nets leading by 13. Lopez kicks to Jack. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin. 2nd in opponent points per game. 3rd in opponent field goal percentage. And they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And going back to their points allowed ranking, they slow the game down, forcing opponents to score in the half court. I mean, if you can score at all, really suffocating you on defense.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Jazz trail by 10. Hayward goes in. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Hayward's got 8 points.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Burks with the steal. And now Hayward pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the shot is good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And that one's good. Free.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Exum kicks to Withy. They double him with Freak. Favors with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Burks dishes to Withy. Here's Exum. Offline with his 3. Nets leading by 8. Young best to Jack. Johnson a wide open look. Good, and Jack gets the assist. And it's 9 points for Johnson.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now, here's Exum. Not a lot of room, and it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Jack leading the charge, and Freak throws it down.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Utah's head coach address his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Favors. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half, and Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
And thank you, Doris. And Young kicks to Freak. Rebound, Utah. Favors has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Burks. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Some fantastic numbers for Burks. He's got 16 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions. And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Exum with it, out defended by Freak. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Burks.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Here's Young, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Dante Exum.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Robinson's checked in for Brook Lopez. Jazz trail by 8. There's the dish to Burks. They set the pick. And Young comes over to help. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for Burks. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 10 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
They double him with Freak. It's stolen by Jack. Goes up. There's Freak. Good, and Jack gets the assist. And that's now 35 points for Freak.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Favors kicks to Withy. Burks can't get it to go.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Johnson in the corner. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Looks a big high bounce and goes in. And now it's a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
They double him with Freak. Burks kicks to Hayward. He dishes it to Burks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Exum's shot is off. Brooklyn leading by 12. Freak kicks to Young. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Utah Jazz. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And I think for the Jazz, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got...
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. The Nets on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Freak. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound.
The D did a nice job of sticking with him there after he made a pretty good move.
He kicks it to Favors. Nato. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 8 rebounds in this game. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
I've been impressed with how well they've penetrated tonight, too.
And the Nets making a change here. Henderson's checked in. Hood's checked in for Utah. They double him with Freak. Here's Withy. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Withy's got 5 points so far. Freak kicks to Young, and stolen by Favors. Here's Hood. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
It takes a lot of skill and agility to lay it in with the defense right on you. That's a terrific finish.
Here's Freak, and he goes in for the dunk.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Donald Sloan's checked in for the Nets. Screen by Young. Freak dishes to Robinson. Now Freak. 43 points in the game. From outside the arc. Utah with the rebound. Hayward's got 3 rebounds now in this one. They double him with Freak. Here's Hood. 5 points in the game. Morrow the pass to Hayward. Utah needs to get off a shot here, and he gets it to go. 10 points for Derek Favors.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Count the bucket. And the Nets lead by 15.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Burke kicks to Hayward. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And that's 13 points for Gordon Hayward.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
Screen by Young. It's Young on the wing. The feed now to Freak. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Freak's got 46 points.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Here's Hood. The shot is off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And Hayward with the block. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Hood. No good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nets lead by 17. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Freak in a 2-guard. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Johnson. Then it's Jarrett Jack, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Favors sets the pick for Burke. Kicks it to Exum. Out to the wing. Here's Burks. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Jack's shot is good.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 14 points again thanks to the basket from Favors. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Wasted no time on that one. Freak's got 49 points in the game.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Favors with the screen. Here's Freak. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Freak's got 7 now in this quarter.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand. And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Young's checked in for Brooklyn. And Utah also making a switch. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Burke. Here's Freak. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Freak's got 55.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
Screen by Young. Freak kicks to Johnson. Now here's Freak. Burke's covering. Here's Lopez. Rebounded by the Jazz.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Oh, that's blocked. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Freak. Here's Young. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Hayward on the wing. Shot from 16. Here's Favors. That's tipped. And stolen by Hayward. There's the pass to Burks. Withy kicks to Exum. The Jazz again can't hit it. Nets leading by 18. Here's Freak. And yes, sir, that one drops. Freak's got 57 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Exum, defended by Jack. 6 to shoot. Lopez with the steal. And Jack kicks to Freak. Slams home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Johnson. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Freak for the finish. And he goes right over Dante Exum and slams it down.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
They double him with Freak, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for Lopez. Bogdanovich comes in for Gerald Henderson. And it's Heinrich in for Jarrett Jack. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Heinrich. 64 points for Freak.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to Wiles. He feeds it to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going. Looking at the game for Hayward, 16 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
That free throw good from Allen.
Hitting around 92% of their free throws overall. You've got to love that kind of efficiency. Good volume at the line, but they're knocking them. You're going to win a lot of ball games.
The Nets making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Utah also making some changes. With he's checked in for Pleiss. Favors comes in for Lyles. And Alec Burks subbed in for Joe Ingles. Freak dishes to Bogdanovich. Young pass to Freak. The 7-footer falls.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Jazz have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Favors with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Burks can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Got that one up quick.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue. To defend like that.
Hayward outside. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. McCullough's checked in for Brooklyn. Donald Sloan comes in for Thomas Robinson. Utah also making some changes. Collins comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Alec Burks. Freak kicks to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Freak. And he just jams it right over Derek Favors. Wow!
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Offensive rebound. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a game for Favors. 14 rebounds. He's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
And Utah making a change here. Lyles checked in. There's Freak. Another one falls for Brooklyn. Utah's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Favors with the screen to the left wing. Here's Collins. The Jazz with another miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And here's Freak. Feeds it to Sloan. Ring shot on the way. Favors with the rebound. The Jazz shooting about 47% here in the fourth. To the left side wing. Corner shot. Count that one. Here's Sloan. Now here's Freak. They set the pick. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Morrow, that's a two-pointer. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's Freak. And he banks in the layup.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Nato, and it's blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And he gets it to go.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
And Morrow has it in the corner. Gets to the corner and buries it. Morrow's got 4 points this quarter. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Collins kicks to Favors. Allen with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Scooped up. Freak. No good with the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Morrow, that's a two-pointer. Hits the jumper in space. So it's Brooklyn now. 1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. And it's Freak missing. Utah's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Morrow, and it falls over the rim and in.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Pass to Freak. Shoots from 8. Rebound, Utah. Lyles got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Brooklyn.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Free throws good, Lyle. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for McCullough. And Utah with a change here, too. Weiss is checked in for Derek Favors. 43 seconds left in the game. Freak with it. Takes a 3, and he gets it to go.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Here's Morrow, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
And it's Freak missing. And so it's... easily grabbing this one.
Well, congratulations on the win and for setting your season high in points scored for yourself. Would you say this is the best game you've played this year?
Best game. I mean, Doris, that's kind of hard for me to answer given the amount of great games I've had this year. You feel me? It don't matter, though, because best is yet to come. I'm taking over the lead the rest of the way. It's that simple.
Woo! Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.